I will say, though, that commercial hip-hop is really antithetical to what Jackson stood for. It is ultimately letting a certain kind of anger and loss of faith and hope describe the culture as a whole when that's not generally true. It's misogynistic. It's not really focusing on love and justice in the way that Michael stood for. So in a way, I think there is a sadness, it seems to me, that looking at him in relationship to the current state of, say, commercial black radio, that he brings forth. I'm hoping that with his death that we'll really renew ourselves and ask, well, what is music for? And what kind of community do we want? Not just what do we have, what's the suffering, but how can we transcend that? And Michael's whole life was about acknowledging pain, being compassionate, being in touch with people, but figuring out ways to transcend that individual suffering to communities around the world.
Professor Rose, go ahead, Toure, jump in there.
Let me piggyback on what Professor Rose is saying. I mean, everything she said is right. That's why I have such admiration for her. But there are musicological links between Michael and what Justin Timberlake is doing, what Beyonce is doing, what R. Kelly is doing, what Chris Brown is doing. But also, perhaps more importantly, is the business link, the economic link. Michael Jackson understood very much the importance of owning your own masters. And we talk about the Beatles catalog he owns. He also owns all his own publishing with the My Jack catalog, which is worth $100 million. And that's very important within hip-hop, owning your own masters. And of course, Michael Jackson broke the color barrier at MTV, forced them to play his videos, becoming their Jackie Robinson, and MTV would not be what it is, or at least what it was back when they were playing videos, without the influence of all these black artists.
Let's listen to what Motown...
As well as, of course, revolutionizing what you do with videos.
We're going to go to a clip from the service today and what Motown founder Berry Gordy had to say about Michael.